Have you ever wondered why so much pop music sounds similar, or why it's easier to dance to Britney Spears than to Led Zeppelin? Or why is it that we dance to music, but not to flashing lights? Some recent research suggests that our brain may hold the answer. However, mysteries remain regarding exactly how the brain processes rhythm. This project aims to answer two basic questions. One, how do your brain's hidden preferences for rhythm change what you experience? And two, does the brain have different preferences for rhythms we hear and rhythms we see? In this project, we're investigating rhythm perception by presenting people with images or sounds that follow a rhythm and then having them reproduce that rhythm by tapping. Similar to a game of telephone, the rhythm they're presented with comes from someone else's reproduction, just like their reproduction is used as the input for the next listener. Therefore, each person's reproduction influences the next rhythm in the chain. In the 1930s, well-known psychologist Frederick Bartlett used a similar method to study how people's culture influenced their memory for stories and pictures. In one experiment, Bartlett's first participant studied an Egyptian hieroglyph and then drew it from memory. The second person studied the first person's drawings and then drew another picture from memory. Then the third person did the same thing, and so on, until eventually the last person in the chain ended up drawing a cat. A formal analysis of this method uses a mathematical model to explain how reproducing information distorts the message that's passed from person to person. Each person's prior experiences and expectations are described as a probability distribution. This probability distribution describes how some things in the world are more likely than others by assigning probabilities to them. For instance, in England, where Bartlett did his research, cats were more common than Egyptian hieroglyphs. In the case of rhythm, the most probable rhythms are the ones we've experienced most often, or that our brains are hardwired to prefer. When we have to reproduce a rhythm we just heard, our memories are imperfect. We fill in the gaps with information that's likely. When enough people do this who have similar experiences and expectations, each passage through a link in the chain will nudge the rhythm closer and closer to what we expect, regardless of what it started as. Thus, from this process, we can infer what the brain's assignment of probabilities are to possible rhythms in the world. In other words, we reveal the brain's hidden preferences for rhythm. For more information about this project and the science motivating this experiment, visit my website, kimbaludi.com/artprize. On the site for this Art Prize project, you can see how your performance helped to reveal the brain's preferences for rhythm. When you participate, you'll receive an ID number. Keep track of this number by writing it down on the business card provided. Soon after we start the experiment, we'll be updating the website with people's data. Thank you for participating. I hope to see you later on the website.